everybody, welcome back to my channel, Blue Lady Couture, and welcome to another adventure vlog. And as you can see, today is going to be one of those special adventure vlogs where I am dressed up for the day. I have come to a very special place where they are holding a Jane Austen weekend, and dressing up is positively encouraged, so I couldn't resist the opportunity to come along. So where am I? I am at Chatsworth in Derbyshire. Now, if you've never heard of Chatsworth before, it is essentially one of our great country estates, one of our big houses that we have here in the UK. It is the home of the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire, and there has been a park and grand house on the site here for about 500 years, and people have been coming to this place as a tourist destination for about the same amount of time, even 200 years ago in Regency era England in Jane Austen's time. And of course she famously writes about when Lizzie Bennet comes to Derbyshire with her aunt and uncle in Pride and Prejudice. They mention visiting Chatsworth, and of course Derbyshire is famously the home of Pemberley, where Mr. Darcy lives. Now, many people do believe that Chatsworth was actually the inspiration for Pemberley, because, as I say, it would have been known and well established as a grand country house that you could come and visit, even in Jane Austen's time. Now, of course, we are celebrating the 250th anniversary of Jane Austen's birth this year in 2025. And Chatsworth, of course, as well as being believed to be the inspiration for Pemberley originally, it actually stood in as Pemberley in the 2005 Pride and Prejudice. So, of course, that is now celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. And this weekend, Chatsworth House is holding a Jane Austen weekend to celebrate both obviously Jane Austen and of course the 20th anniversary of the movie. So I have come along to celebrate all things Austen this weekend. Now, this isn't actually my first time visiting Chatsworth. I am very fortunate that I do only live an hour away, so I do come here not frequently, but on the odd occasions. And also, when I was younger, my family used to holiday in Derbyshire quite frequently. So I had the very great fortune of actually visiting here when I was a child in the 90s on family holidays with my parents and my sister, my grandparents, and it's a fabulous day out. However, I've never been here for a special event. I've certainly never been here dressed up in costume. And yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect. I do believe there are talks and events happening, workshops happening throughout the day here. This evening there is a grand ball being held here, Grand Regency ball being held. Unfortunately, I'm not attending that. And then also on the South Lawn here, they're doing a showing of Pride and Prejudice. I'm not actually stopping for that. Again, it's a separate ticketed event for that, which I haven't been able to get tickets for. I'm just here for the day, so I do hope this weather improves. We're enjoying a lovely British countryside weather. It's a bit grey. It is actually just starting to drizzle with rain, but it is supposed to brighten up a bit later. It's not too cold, thankfully, but yeah, a little bit more sunshine would be nice. So yes, so I'm a little bit early. The house hasn't and the gardens haven't quite opened yet. So I just thought I'd come down to the front of the house to get these shots for you and do my introduction video. But at 10 o'clock the house and gardens will open, where we shall go in and explore, get some lovely shots of the house and the gardens. It's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most stunning country houses in the UK. So if you're ever travelling through Derbyshire, I highly recommend a visit, even if you're not a Jane Austen fan or you can't come for the Jane Austen weekends. It's one of the highlights on a tour of England, so I do thoroughly recommend it. I will say it is not necessarily the cheapest day out. I brought house and garden tickets today, and they cost me just £35 in the end, which includes my parking, includes access to the house and the gardens, and also obviously all the talks and events that are happening within the grounds today. I am also here on my own today. Mr. BLC is off. He's fighting orcs in a field somewhere down south. So yeah, and I was like, well, I'm not going to miss out on going to Chatsworth for the day, for the Jane Austen weekend, just because you're not here. So I've taken it upon myself to come on my own, which is a little bit nerve-wracking for me, I have to say. It's the first time I have vlogged on my own before, but it's normally been at quieter events and museums. This is my first time ever vlogging at a big event by myself. Now I'm hoping to meet up with some friends at some point throughout the day. There are people that I know who are attending, but yeah, for the most part I am vlogging by myself. So yeah, so obviously I will show you around the house and the grounds as much as I can, without obviously being as unobtrusive as possible to other guests and visitors that are here today. Obviously show you some details of the event and things that are happening. At some point, of course, the tea time bell will sound and we shall stop for tea and a break, and we shall go and check out one of the eateries here to see what their tea is like. You know, I'm at Chatsworth. I'm kind of hoping the tea is going to be pretty good. Probably going to be expensive tea, but it should be pretty good tea. But I shall let you know, and we shall give it a rating. And then, of course, on the way out at the end, we will call in at the gift shop, and I'll show you a selection of items that you can purchase as a memento of your day here at Chatsworth, or indeed Pemberley. I'm sure there are going to be lots of Jane Austen related items in the gift shop as well. So yes, so do keep watching for all of that. If you like this video, you can give me a like by clicking the thumbs up icon down below, and if you want to leave me a comment, that really helps my channel out and will encourage you to push it out to more people. You can of course subscribe to be notified when my next video goes out, and if you want to go one stage further, you can subscribe via my website at www.blueladycouture.co.uk, and that will get you signed up to my newsletter, and it will also get you discounts in my various web shops if you're interested in purchasing any of my historical costume from me. So, shameless plug aside, let's make our way up to the house and get ready for opening, and yeah, explore beautiful Chatsworth. Okay, it's 10 to 10 and I am so far the only person I've seen in full costume. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. I know there'll be other people here later in costume, but it is slightly nerve-wracking when you turn up somewhere and you're the first person you see in costume at an event. Trying to just, yeah, ignore the stares. Okay, I have just made it into the gardens. We're just passing by the kind of the main house here, where the cafe, the shops are, and there also appears to be some stalls selling some Regency goodies, so I'm sure we'll be taking a look at those later. But my plan really is basically to leg it down to the very bottom of the garden to get the shot, the famous shot back at the house with the fountain in the lake, as you see it in the movie, and I want to get that shot before it gets too busy. So I am, yes, hot-footing it down to the bottom of the gardens, and it is blowing a gale, and I haven't put a hat pin in, and I am probably going to look like a windswept monstrosity by the end of today. Oh dear, but never mind. We are here in this rather stunning location and going to enjoy our day. Oh, you are kidding me. Oh, I love places and they do this. So as I said at the beginning of this video, that they're doing a screening of Pride and Prejudice tonight. Guess where they're doing it? Right in the front of the house where we want to get that shot. Oh dear. Never mind. Oh well. Oh well. Oh. On our left up there is the famous cascades, which I'll show you some more details of later. But yes, they are. Well, I could probably chat about those a little bit as I'm walking down if I can remember the information off the website. But if you want to check out and verify any of the facts that I mention in here, you can of course go check out Chatsworth's website for full information of ticket costs, opening times, things like that, and of course there's some details on the history of the site as well. The famous cascade is one of the first great landscaping features of the garden. Essentially it is over 300 years old. I think I will double check that. I'll put it in if I've got that wrong, but I'm sure it's at least 300 years old. And oh, the sun's coming out, oh, that's beautiful, that's rather nice. Now, when I visited here as a child in the 90s, the water was always running down the fountains, and it's really like a shallow little fountain steps, and you were allowed to go and play in the fountain, and I can remember as a child paddling in the fountain. Now, unfortunately, the fountain is no longer running because it needs major restoration work doing, but as I understood from the website, it's believed that the restoration of just the fountain alone could cost around £7 million. So they so far have managed to obtain a grant from our Heritage Lottery Fund here in the UK, and they're also trying to raise money through donations. Ooh. And now I'm out of breath because I've obviously legged it all the way down the gardens, but I'm determined I'm going to be the first one to the bottom of the garden to get that shot before everybody else does. And then obviously hopefully there won't be too many people in the background. Oh, I'm hoping I can get down this escarpment. So where we need to get is down there, so I'm hoping this grassy path will lead around. Yes, it does. Let's carry on exploring the beautiful gardens here, shall we? Although I have to say, this is now the second Pemberley that I've been to, where there is some modern fabrication or something obstructing the perfect view of the house. Because when I went to the other Pemberley, which is Lime Park, which is Cheshire, which is actually just north of Derbyshire, still very close to Derbyshire. But yes, the 1995 Pride and Prejudice used Lime Park up there, and I went to visit there a couple of years ago, and they also, that perfect shot that you see in the TV series, and they'd plonked a cherry picker on the gravel path in front of the house, just as I wanted to take my shot. And yeah, and now here we have been thwarted by cinema paraphernalia and light riggings and sound riggings and all the rest of it. Oh dear, what's a girl to do? Cursed, I tell you, cursed. Yes, so we shall wander about until we have seen enough woods and groves for to satisfy even our enthusiasm for them. Yes, so there are 100 acres of gardens or more here to explore, as well as the wider parkland. So we're just going to go for a little wander and see what we can find, what we can explore. But then we shall kind of make our way back towards the house, probably towards the top of the cascade, and then kind of see what's happening around the house. I haven't got a house tour booked until this afternoon. They do ask you to pre-book your timings to visit the house, just so they can manage visitor numbers, and they ask you to do that online when you're booking in. So I thought I would go on the later tours. Well, it's not a tour, it's a kind of a self-exploring tour, or self-guided tour. But I thought I would book onto one of the later ones this afternoon because I thought it might be a little bit quieter. And as I was walking up to the entrance gate, the queue to get into the house was already, a lot more than it was to get to the gardens. So it may have been a good call. So yes, I'm hoping I'll be able to take some shots inside the house for you this afternoon, especially the rooms and the locations that we used in the movie. Yes, and I'm hoping that it means if it's not too busy, there won't be too many people in the background, because where possible I do try not to film people in the background if I can help it. It's only polite. So that's later on this afternoon, and there are talks and things happening kind of close to the house as well throughout the afternoon, so I shall again probably see if I can pop into some of those. I don't know whether I'll be able to film them, but if I can show you some little bits, I certainly will. But yeah, we're just going to have a nice day bimbling around the gardens here at Chatsworth. I love these country gardens like this. It almost feels like something out of Labyrinth. There's so many paths, I don't know what way to choose. And this is me who can't make a decision. Procrastination! It is a little bit strange, I have to say. I've hardly seen another visitor. Just the odd one or two sort of couples and that have made it this far down the garden. I was expecting it to be a lot busier today. But whether it is that classic thing because it is still early in the day and the people who have just arrived are still kind of hanging about down by the house, doing the house tours, gift shop, restaurants, cafes, getting a drink after their journey here, and they haven't made it down to the bottom of the garden yet, I don't know. Obviously we're going to make our way back to the house and see what the atmosphere is like down there. There's more people about. Also it could be that today's weather forecast is the least favourable of the entire weekend. Now, I pre-booked my tickets, so I was obviously I didn't want them to kind of get to the weekend and for there to be no tickets left, so I thought I'd pre-book them, which means I was obviously beholden to come on this day, whatever the weather was doing. And yeah, it's forecast to be the worst day of the weekend. Oh, that's pretty. Look at the little stream. Oh, it's so cute. Wow. Oh, I love gardens like this. I just explore and ramble and just, oh, so pretty. Anyway, I digress. Yes, it's very nice. A little bit eerie being here, not seeing hardly anybody else, but also what a treat. Means I can film in peace without disturbing anybody. And it's just a nice treat as well. And this is a treat for me because, if you don't know, next weekend I am celebrating a rather large birthday milestone, a significant decade milestone birthday. And I thought, if Darcy's away, I can catch up with my Regency friends this afternoon. It would be nice, a nice treat for myself to come out to beautiful Chatsworth for the day, get dressed up, and enjoy all this stunning scenery, stunning gardens, and of course the house later on as well. Because if you can't still, play dress up and enjoy a bit of escapism and whimsy when you're nearly 40 years old, or will be 40 years old, what can you do? So you have to embrace your inner child and enjoy a little bit of escapism. Obviously there are some horrible things going on in the world currently, which I'm not going to dwell on. As I know you come to this channel for a little bit of escapism, so yes, I'm not going to dwell on those, but also I'm aware that they are happening, and I do realise that I am in a very privileged position to be able to visit places like this and dress up without worrying about what people think or what people say, and that I have the right and privilege to do this. I know that's not something that everybody can enjoy, but I do hope that you too could also live vicariously through my adventures on this channel, and then there's a little bit of escapism for you as well. We have made it to the top of the cascade, and it looks like it is partly running. Certainly the top fountain is running. I think it's just the main cascade that flows all the way down the steps to the house at the bottom isn't running. Wow, it's so pretty. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, I can't believe there's nobody here. Where are all the people? This place is normally rammed with people on a sunny summer Saturday. Goodness me. So when I visited as a child, I can remember when the water was cascading all down these long, shallow steps. And you were allowed to play in it, you could paddle in it. Yeah, obviously not today, not anymore, until they get the restoration done. They say a lot of these stones are uneven, broken, and obviously sharp and dangerous if you catch or fall or slip on them. So yeah, it's a shame, obviously it's not running, but you know, if it's over 300 years old, then it's kind of understandable that it probably needs a bit of a rest and some repair and maintenance, and hopefully one day it can be restored to its former glory. But it was nice to see at least the top fountains on the house, building, pump house, whatever you call it, are running. So at least that's something, so you get some idea of what it would have looked like in its heyday. So I have just sounded the tea time bell because it's lunchtime, not really tea time, but yes, I figured it was a good time to have a bit of a break, a cup of tea and grab a sandwich. So here in the gardens at Chatsworth, they have kind of a like a little takeaway kiosk where they have little sandwiches and ice cream stand, and then there's hot drinks served in takeaway cups. So yeah, unfortunately it's not a cup and saucer, and it is my slightly pet hate, which is £3.50 for a cup of tea, which is just a tea bag in a cup. But it is Earl Grey, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But I got to say, the sandwich does look very nice. Not the cheapest sandwich, it was £7.95, but it is Italian focaccia bread with prosciutto ham inside, so I'm sure it will be very nice. There we go. Oh, this plate's going to blow away. It's so windy today. I'm going to have to be a heathen and stand my teacup on the plate. That's yummy. Really nice flavour in the focaccia bread, and the sun-dried tomatoes in the sandwich itself. This is the way with focaccia bread, it is a little bit greasy, but it is a nice cup of Earl Grey though, I will give them that. So I think all in all I will rate Chatsworth a cup of tea and a sandwich situation here today at, I'm toying between 6.5 and 7. As I said, it is a bit of annoying when it is a disposable cup, and it is quite expensive, or you say just a single cup of tea. But I appreciate the fact that we are obviously just in the gardens here. It's you can take the drinks away with you. You can go, obviously you can have picnics here in the gardens. So I guess they're catering to that. If I wanted to, I could have gone to the Stables Cafe out in the car park outside of the gardens. They do have a full kind of sort of restaurant and cafeteria out there, which probably would have been with sort of a table china and cups and saucers and all that kind of thing. But it's a really nice sandwich, and it's a really nice cup of tea. So yes, with that I will give them 6.5.
hope he has more teeth than Mr. Densher had.
I was into her, the most eligible gentleman I have encountered in quite some time. She says Here, I do believe he had a full set, and they were all his own.
There's rockeries and then there's rockeries, isn't there?
No, I much prefer sweets to meats. I will only accept baked goods.
Baked goods,
Yes.
ma'am? Well then, I shall go to the bakery at once and buy them for you.
Only if you get me a gatto, scones and muffins.
Ma'am, do you only work in list form, or do you have any singular thoughts?
No, of course not. Not at all.
Well, in which case I shall go there immediately and acquire them for you.
Oh,
Yes.
you will?
Yes.
Even though it's terribly expensive?
Well, yes, I am worth a few thousand after all.
Right.
Yes, right. I'll be back within the hour.
Very well.
Thank you, ma'am. Adieu.
Goodbye. Yeah. £21,000 Yes. And he tried to woo me with the dreaded potted meats.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
As you well know, and all of you, I much prefer sugar and spice and all things nice. But he kept trying to thrust his salted pork upon me. Oh, it was awful!
But you so much prefer a strawberry posset.
Speaking of which, my beloved friends from Brighton are here. Oh, Anna Susanna, allow me to introduce Captain Softly. This is my beloved sister, Anna Susanna.
Hello.
Well, that was rather fabulous. I just happened to catch on to the end of one of the theatrical performances that were happening, where basically it's just a small group of, I think it's 4 actors, and they basically act out a story, but they take you around the gardens and they drop you in with different characters kind of as they go, and they kind of swap in and out, and they're basically performing a newly discovered Austen novel was the premise, but that was really fantastic, really well acted, really vocally you could hear them really clearly, and yeah, they were just a fun story, lots of humour and wit as you might expect, with a little bit of modern double entendre thrown in, because of course you can't not have a historical costume drama with a little bit of double entendre for comedic effect. But yeah, that's fabulous. So I think they were called the Natural Theatre Company. So if I can remember and find a link for them, I'll drop that in the description down below. But yeah, they were really good. Every time, it's cherry pickers. Every time. fabulous way of displaying lace collars. That's absolutely stunning. The way the light underneath just highlights all the details in the lace. Oh, they're beautiful. Actually, they don't appear to have dates on them. They just have a collection of lace collars, but still absolutely beautiful. It's nice of them to decorate to match my hat. Match my bonnet. Oh no, I've just spotted a gown. I've spotted a gown. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh no, why? Why is there a rope there? Why? Why? That is literally as close as I can get. My goodness, look at the waist on that. I'm not going to be one of these people that's going to stand here and go, oh no, look at that corseted waist. But gosh, look at that corseted waist. Wow. Oh my goodness, I want to get up close and look at that in more detail. Why? Why is it so far away? Well, it says she was 19 when she was wearing it, and to be honest, when I was 19, I could probably corset down to that size as well, without too much difficulty. That's it. They're sending us down the back staircase now, aka the servant staircase. Although it's nice to know there's an elevator for getting all this coal scuttles and luggage and whatnot. Hot water for the baths up to the upper floors. that just about concludes my day out to Chatsworth for their Jane Austen weekend. It's gone 5 o'clock now, and they're officially kicking people out of the gardens, and they'll be welcoming people in for the outdoor screening of Pride and Prejudice this evening, and there's also the ball happening tonight as well. Sadly, I'm not attending either of those, so I'm going to be heading home to put my feet up and rest, because they are a little bit weary from wandering around the gardens and wandering around the house today. But it has been absolutely fabulous. The weather has held out for us, and I really hope you enjoyed following along and seeing what it's like here, both just on a general day out to Chatsworth and on a special event weekend, in particular the Jane Austen weekend. Hopefully they'll hold it again next year, who knows. If they do, maybe I shall be back, but in the meantime I really hope you enjoyed following along. It's just about to start to rain. I can't believe that I'm literally going to wrap up my day here and it's going to rain. Look at that black cloud. Wow. So I'm going to be quick. So yes, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Click the little thumbs up icon down below, and I say, if you want to leave me a comment, that really helps my channel out. And again, let me know if you're liking this content and if you want to see more content like this. And if you do like seeing more content like this, please do subscribe, so you can be notified when my next video goes out, and you can also check out similar videos to this from other events and museums. So I'm going to sign off now and say goodbye, but before we leave, do stick around. We shall do the little tour of the gift shop on the way out, so please enjoy that. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Knew that would happen. No, I'm just watching the rain pour in across the valley. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and zoom in more. Oh, I'm so sorry for all the poor people who are queuing up to watch the outdoor cinema this evening. Yikes. Oh, British weather, how you always let us down. Oh, poor people. Oh no, it's going to proper come down. Oh no. Oh no.